Men are the prize. It's a difficult and hard truth for a lot of women to hear, for a lot of women to understand, because they don't like hearing this. They don't like the notion that they are not the center of the universe. But the truth is that men are the prize. Soft guy era has revealed a lot of things because women, saying that they are this and they are that, and they don't like brokies and broke boys and all this stuff. Men are turning around and flipping it. But the irony is that these men are right. For example, why is a man getting into a relationship with a person who cannot help themselves, who cannot take care of themselves? You're doing for her the things that she cannot do for herself. Without you, she cannot survive. She cannot eat. She is living entirely off the simp economy. And when she finds a simp that will marry her, then she's going to use that guy to build her life off. She's going to build her wealth off him. But she does not actually love this guy. The simple truth is this: men are not just the prize in the relationship, they are the table. Because there is no relationship without the man. Something that Psych Hacks likes to say, and it's true: while women are the gatekeepers of intimacy in a relationship, men are the gatekeepers of the relationship. There's no relationship without the man. This is the reason why women celebrate when a man asks them to marry them. Because if the man is a good enough catch, then she's the one who won a prize. She won the prize. She got lucky. Even though it's not characterized as that, and people say, oh, congratulations, you have a beautiful wife. She is the one who won marriage. Why did she win marriage? Because she won a prize. The man is the prize. In other words, the man is the gatekeeper of the relationship. Hence, he is the table. If the man walks away and says, nope, then she's going to have to find another table to sit in front of. Now, keep in mind, just for a woman to sit at a table, there has to be something worth sitting there for. So a man sets up his shop, sets up his table, and he has to basically show what he has. Oh, I have this, and I have this, and I have this, and this, and this, and this. I have all of these things on my table because no woman wants an empty table. No one wants to sit at an empty table unless she's dealing with a Chad or a Tyrone, because these men have nothing to offer, everything to gain, but they will give her a steady rush of emotions, which will release the dopamines that she loves so much. But when it comes to any other kind of man, she will look at what does he have to offer. In other words, when she approaches him or when he approaches her, he has to have things on the table. This is the reason why the man is the table. Think about it carefully. No man, no relationship, because the man is the gatekeeper of the relationship. And men are now waking up and realizing their own value and self worth. Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle, she's putting up videos now where she's telling women how to take advantage of men overseas. So now she's directly reaching out to foreign women. This is the new strategy that these women are using. First, they disrespected these women. They called them poor. They said that they didn't speak English. They said a number of terrible things about these poor ladies overseas. And now they're turning around and they're trying to turn the women against the men by telling the women, you know how much a cup of coffee costs over here? It's $5, girl. It's $5, all right? And he barely wants to spend $5 on you in the Philippines. That ain't nothing. You're not getting what you're supposed to get. All right? This man is no good. Listen to me. This is how much money you're supposed to be getting out of him. Okay? Don't let him treat you like a $5 cup of coffee. Don't let him treat you like a $5 cup of coffee. Okay? Because that's how much it is. $5. And that's a cheap cup of coffee, too. That's a cheap cup of coffee. This is how they are operating right now. So now, because they couldn't stop these men from dating these women, because they couldn't stop these women from dating these men, now they're trying to sow division by Americanizing these women, by telling the women how much money these men actually must have if they were living in the United States. Girl, what does he do for a living? He's a computer programmer. Babe, the minimum that a computer programmer is going to make in the United States is about $60,000. That's the bare minimum, girl. That's the bare minimum. Okay? He's probably making over $100,000 a year, and he has you riding around on a little motorbike. You need to get yourself a nice car. Tell him you want a car. It doesn't matter if you have a driver's license or not. If he loves you, if he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he would. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing. They are spreading seeds of division right now. They're trying to Americanize these women. They're trying to force these foreign women, gas their heads up so that they become just as mean-spirited as women are in Western society, thereby making them undesirable to Western men, or at the very least, making the lives of men in these countries more difficult, to the point that more men will say, you know what, we're not even going to bother going there. So, guys, check this out. They don't want you, but they need you. They detest you, but they still need you. They'll never admit that they need you. They'll never say they actually want you, but they cannot survive without you. What is that? Guys, men in Western society are viewed as, they're viewed lower. I'm being honest with you. They are viewed lower than the way that African Americans, when they were not free, were viewed, at the worst of it. Think about it very carefully. They don't view men as even people or human beings. They view us beneath animals. Think about the logistics of this. They will use us and take advantage of us to the fullest of extents. And there's some men in the comments who will go, "Angry, you're an idiot. How dare you make this comparison?" Guys, think about it. And they'll say, I don't care how bad it is. Don't you ever make such a comparison. But think about it. Please just think about this. You have men in a lot of states where a woman puts his name on a birth certificate. If he does not counter it within like 5 years, he's done for. He has to pay child support for that child, regardless if it's his or not. Even if he saw the letter or not, even if he did not receive notification, he has a 5-year gap. Guys, how can that be legal in any country where someone could just write your name down on a birth certificate? It doesn't even matter. You can basically say, I was never physically intimate with this person. Someone can write Angry's name down on a kid's birth certificate. I can say, I wasn't even in the country. I don't know this woman. And in states that have not made it illegal yet, it's only one state so far that's done it. In states that have not made it illegal yet to commit paternity fraud, a woman can write down any man's name. They can write my name down. And even if I'm not in the country, even if I can prove I've never met this person before in my life, it does not matter. They can say, you did not contest it in this period of time, and I can spend years trying to fight it out in court. This is the reality of men. And this is just a small example. It's a small example. Guys, simps don't like us. Simps don't care. You have to understand, a simp, as long as his belly is full and his physical intimacy needs are met, he could care less if the world burns. He could care less of the suffering and pain that men go through. He could care less. Guys, look at the screen. You see Vegeta crying? You see the tears streaming down his eyes? You know how many men break down in tears because they think they were big and bad and tough? Like, he passed away right there. Vegeta, like, Frieza just took him out. He was in tears. A lot of men end up in tears because they don't listen. And it's like the funny thing is I don't have to do this. Guys, I could start a finance channel. I could start a crypto channel. But my passion is talking to you guys. Like I'm gonna share something with you guys, right? I'm gonna share the economics of some things, right? Because I want you guys to understand just how insane it is. If I just started a finance channel and discussed finance and cryptocurrency and traveling, because I was doing the passport king thing before the term even existed, right? These channels have what they call a higher CPM, so cost per thousand views. So for every 1,000 views on YouTube, you have a CPM. So that means how much money you make for every 1,000 views that your video will get. So some people may have a low CPM as low as maybe 50 cents. Some people have a CPM as high as $20 or $30. And some people have a CPM and the average CPM is right around $3 to $5 on YouTube. Finance channels, travel channels, legal channels, these channels have the highest CPMs. The highest CPMs. Now, I want you guys to think about this very carefully. They have like $40 CPMs, $20 CPMs, $40 CPMs. That means that for every video you put out, you may make $20 for every 1,000 views. So if you put out a video and it gets, let's say, 5,000 views, right? That's a $20 CPM. You just made $100 in a single day. I'm just being very honest with you. And I have my YouTube course coming out for you. Just like we're working hard. Like the website, it's up. It's just I'm waiting for changes to be made on it. I have a team of developers working on it. I know they're pissed off with me because I've been dragging my foot. But yeah, I just sent over like a ton of changes that have to be updated, the big changes, and I already have the course made for you. I've got the YouTube course made for you guys. So because I understand YouTube very well. And many of you don't comprehend, many of you don't realize this, that you can make a solid living off YouTube with just 3,000 subscribers. With just 3,000 subscribers, depending on the channel, the kind of channel that you're making, the kind of content you're making, you can make a couple $1,000s a month off YouTube, or at least a couple hundred, right? And if you're overseas, for example, if you're living in the Philippines and you have a YouTube channel with 1,000 subscribers, but that channel is pulling in, let's say, $500 a month for you, and you're basically you're doing very little work on that channel, posting a video every couple of days, posting short videos and understanding the process. And I'm going to teach you how you can do this, how you can make rapid videos. I'm going to teach you my tricks, how I'm able to make rapid videos for you, just quickly, teach you my workflow so that you can put out content as quickly as I do, because you guys know that I work hard. Granted, I work 12 to 16-hour days, but you don't have to do as much as I do. But I know what I'm doing. I'm very focused, and I have my strategy. So I understand. I've been on YouTube for almost 10 years, so I have experience. But for a lot of you, you move overseas, and being able to pull in an extra even like $2,000 a month, even $1,000 a month, not even working very, very hard. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money when you're living overseas. And that's a lot of money when you're living overseas and your cost of living is so low in the Philippines, for example. Because for some of you, you go overseas, $1,000 a month, that's your rent, that's your food, that's fun, that's everything. And you won't even spend all of it. Like in the Philippines, if you're living within your means in the Philippines, you will $500, $600, you will live, eat, wait. That's your rent, that's food, that's travel, that's fast food. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, when I lived overseas, I used to rent a 2-bedroom house for like $150 a month. It was insane. Like a nice 2-bedroom house, newly built, 2-bedroom house for like $150 a month, and they were places much cheaper than that. Like, many of you don't understand just how bad the United States is and how we are being robbed in the United States. So, you know, what I'm saying is that these women, they want men to, they want to destroy our lives. They want to, like, they figured, okay, well, we can't get the guys we can't get them to stop leaving. We can't get the women to stop dating them. So we need to sow seeds of division. We need to make the women in these countries just like us, so that these men won't want to date them, won't want to marry them, and they basically won't leave. Like, do you see how evil, guys? Like, I talk about like psych hacks. He says, like, we don't want to have these views that these people are evil, guys. I say functional insanity at best, but we need to use the word evil, because if men were doing these types of things to women, the words that they would be called evil, and we as men would call them out and say, guys, what you just did to these ladies is absolutely evil. But when it's done to men, we have to basically say, make up excuses, or else, it's something like it's very bad. But it's reality. It's evil. These are evil actions. Look at what Eve did. Evil Eve. Eve's actions were evil. Think about this carefully. When Eve ate the fruit in the garden, she had already fallen. She knew what had happened when she ate the fruit. Think about this. When they ate the fruit, they suddenly realized that they were not wearing anything. But Eve ate the fruit before Adam. So they try to make it sound like Eve did not, like, suddenly realize, like, the effects of the fruit didn't happen after Eve ate it. If there's one thing we know, it's that God is not a liar. God said these things would happen if you eat the fruit. God did not say, okay, well, if Eve eats it, but Adam doesn't eat it, then Eve is okay. All right? And Eve will, and there will be no punishment. He didn't say that. He didn't say that everything was entirely on Adam. He said, if either of you eats it, you're in trouble. These are going to be this is what's going to be this is what's going to happen. So Eve ate the fruit. She knew she was screwed. She went back to Adam, pretended like she didn't know anything whatsoever, and told Adam, if you eat the fruit, that you're going to be like God. We will become gods. Now, notice this. Adam didn't use critical thinking. Adam didn't stop and say, wait a minute, Eve, you ate the fruit. So why is it that you haven't become a god suddenly? Why is it, if that's the case, then why aren't you a god right now? Do you have knowledge that you did not possess before? What is the knowledge? You know what the knowledge is that Eve got after she ate the fruit? She realized she was screwed. So she decided that she was going to do what her nature provided her with. She was going to deceive Adam into eating it so that he could share in the same faith as her, because she was not going down alone. Guys, don't forget I have another channel called Angry where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, or whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check it out, subscribe to my channel, support my work. And if you're enjoying the content on this channel and you want even more of this content, you can head over to the Men Walking Away channel where I release daily videos. There's a link to the Men Walking Away channel in the description of the video. Go check it out, subscribe to the channel, enjoy the content. Guys, what do you think regarding all of this? Men are the prize. I want to know your thoughts on this, so let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, Men Walking Away, and